White rice, so sticky. Roll me up another, please. Tasty fish for me. All right.
Hey, Bo.
Hey,
What's
Jason,
happening?
I'm just writing myself a haiku about sushi.
Bo, you can do that later. Later.
Jason is a jerk. Jason is a... maybe that will work.
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Roses are red, violets are blue, and now your host, Jason Suel!
Yeah, welcome to Later with Jason Suel, everybody. Entertainment television for Arkansas from the heart of Fayetteville. Thanks for joining us. You can check us out on YouTube. That's right, all of our episodes from this season, you can go watch. You can binge watch all of them
So everyone can
right
actually
now.
see them now. Yeah.
And now you can see it,
can
which
now
leads
see
us perfectly into our next segment, which we love, and it's called Mailbag.
He's a horse with a post, and when you ride a post, it's gonna wind up in the mailbag.
We're getting more and more aggressive every time we play that song, and I love that, right?
You're getting a little postal. Yeah.
All right, this letter from a viewer talking about our YouTube presence, Later with Jason Suel on YouTube. The question is, Band, Bo, Jason, do you ever watch yourself on YouTube, your episodes on YouTube? I mean...
I didn't know there was anything else on YouTube. I mean, I thought that was it.
Oh my gosh, I am so funny.
Ooh, I am so funny. We're hilarious. We are really,
Oh my gosh, here he comes!
Yeah, thanks for sending in your letters, folks. Keep it coming. Ho! All right. We have an excellent show lined up today. I'm really excited about our show. And let's give this guy a round of applause. Houston Hughes joining us on this episode, everybody. Yes! Houston does so many things in our Northwest Arkansas community. Hey, I'm excited about our musical guest is Randall Shreve, everybody. Wow. Randall Shreve, yeah.
The illustrious.
Yes.
Randall.
And then joining us at our chef's table over there is Darwin Beyer. Darwin from Meiji Japanese Cuisine. Hey, Darwin, what are we going to be making today over there at the chef's table?
We're gonna do some hand rolls with some steak and some fish.
Yeah, hand rolls with steak and
A little
fish.
surf and
Probably not
turf.
at the same time, but yeah.
So excellent episode lined up, folks. And right now we're gonna go to a segment that we're really excited about. You're gonna want to check that out, and then come on back. We got more happening right here on Later. Yeah.
Hello there, y'all. Instagram Paul coming at you. It's that time of year again. We got Labor Day coming up. We got the kids back in school. You got to watch what you're doing. You know, the kids today, they use this a lot. They use it in the classroom. They want to text all the time, and they don't have many manners. They don't know the etiquette texting manners. There's a certain time to text and not to be texting. One thing is, like, if you're being pulled over by the police, which I am quite often, you don't want to be texting when he asks for your license. Put the phone away. During surgery is a bad time to be texting. There's a time and a place for it, and people need to know that, and teenagers are the worst about it. Also, I found out it's not good at a funeral, especially at your grandmother's funeral. She was the kind of woman who was always saying, is everybody cold in here, or is it just me? Is everybody hot in here, or is it just me? Well, when I went to her funeral last week, I swear to you, I expected her to pop up any minute and say, is everybody dead in here, or is it just me? Oh, she liked a sense of humor. Labor Day is another good time. If you want, it is about working. You want to get out in your yard and do something on Labor Day and do some work, take a picture. You know, this duct tape is great stuff. You can duct tape your phone to your lawnmower, take a picture of yourself mowing. I call it an eye mowie. or just a moe. Take a moe of yourself. You can also do it while you're raking. Take a Reiki or a diggy, you know. Anything like that you want to do is a picture of yourself. Put it on your, put it in the frame and put it on a shelfie. It reminds me of a buddy of mine the other day, a bunch of books fell on him and he had no one but his shelf to blame, is what I told him. There's so many uses for this little thing right here in this modern technology. I want you to know about it. And these are tips from Instagram Paul. This is Instagram Paul coming at you on the line. I'm out. Woo! Hashtag no more mowing. You know, hashtag do some labor on Labor Day. Hashtag them hash puppies. Somebody make me some hash puppies.
Later with Jason Suel is proudly presented by Sam's Furniture. For the largest selection of quality name brand furniture at everyday guaranteed low prices, get it at Sam's.
Welcome back, folks, to Later with Jason Suel. So glad to have you here, and we're also so glad to have Houston Hughes here. Houston, performance poet, host of Last Saturday Fayetteville. Thanks for dropping by the studio to talk to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so I wanted to just hop right in and talk about this new album that you have put out, right? We're gonna get a shot of that.
Great cover art.
It is some pretty cover art.
Tell
Who
us
did
a
your
little bit
cover
about
art?
that cover art.
Joel Stewart did
Yeah.
that cover art. And that's, I mean, the whole album I tried to collaborate with local artists. So I've got her on the cover, but then most of the tracks also have local musical artists paired with them. So I've got Randall Shreve on there, Sean James.
Yeah.
I've got some of my musical friends from down in Conway. I've got Cosmic American.
Right.
I've got, you know.
We got
I-
Randall
You got
Shreve
a
on the
lot.
show tonight.
I know, it's great. We got Randall. We got Randall here. We
All
got Randall
coming
there.
together.
He's
Right.
all over the place.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I feel like my poems, when they're just poems by themselves, are
Yeah.
supposed to be experienced live. Like maybe YouTube's the best medium
Right.
for that or something. But when all you can do is hear it, you don't get the benefit of the motions, of the intensity,
Right.
of all that stuff. So I think you have to look at it as a new medium. And so part of that is pairing with the musicians to make everything a little bit bigger, a little bit more intense.
Now, this is similar to what you do, because at Last Saturday, which is a variety show you host every Saturday night, you to all of them I've come to, you have an element of slam poetry happening.
Yeah, it's a variety show and poetry slam. So
Right.
we have 3 acts, a slam, and then a final act for the night.
Yeah, so maybe give us an idea of like what that feels like, what that vibe is like. Where does it happen? Where can folks check this out?
Yeah, so Last Saturday happens the last Saturday of every month.
As it would,
We do doors at 7 o'clock and show starts at 7:30 sharp. And the way the show works is we usually have 2 musical acts. We have a comedian, usually pulled from Comedians NWA, but sometimes we get improv groups in.
Right.
And then we have a fourth kind of wild card slot, right? And so we've had burlesque dancers, we've had jugglers, we've had all sorts of stuff in there. And like I said, between that 3rd and 4th performer, we have a poetry slam. And the whole thing is very, very fast paced.
Yeah.
So all of these performers are only doing 10 minutes worth of material.
Right.
And so the show is free. The show will always be free. And the performers do it for free as well. We videotape them. We put it on Fayetteville Public Television.
Yeah,
We also try and move their merchandise. But essentially, they volunteer 10 minutes of their performance, and we say, okay, we're gonna get an audience out for you. You have 10 minutes to impress them as well as you can, sell your merchandise, get them to your next show. And as a result, we've built a show that moves very, very, very quickly. There is no downtime between acts, and so we always tell audience members, you know, if you're not liking what's going on right now, go to the bar, get a drink, come back in 10 minutes, and something new will be happening.
That's awesome.
Poetry is not for sitting around and reading and feeling good about yourself. It's got to cause a change in your life. That's why you go out and experience art. Art is meant to create an empathy within a person. And if art isn't creating an empathy or reaction, then it's not art.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
that.
I love
Yeah.
that we bring it back full circle, and I'm very much in line with the empathetic, bringing out the empathy in people. It's huge to my heart. Hey, before we let you go, we have a couple of things that we like to do on the show.
Okay.
So the first one is that we're going to go to a segment that we call That Old Fad.
Oh, dear.
It's That Old Fad, everybody. So I have not seen this. This is an envelope from Bo, and Bo has written
Master
in here.
of all things forgotten.
Yes.
I know, I've been in trivia that you've run before.
That's right.
So
Like, were people alive during this?
Yeah.
I don't.
Before my time.
He has written in here a fad that perhaps you have some experience with, and I
Something
think
from the
you will.
past.
It is something from the past, where the sidewalk ends.
Yes.
Shel Silverstein. So maybe talk to us about any experience you have with that.
Remember that?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I love Where the Sidewalk Ends. That was one of the very first books of poetry I actually remember reading. I grew up in a very, very sheltered household, but Shel Silverstein, his kid stuff, obviously my parents did not know that his really, really adult stuff existed.
Right.
But his
kid
kid
stuff
stuff was one of the first books that I read. And I actually recently got a Shel Silverstein t-shirt that's actually Shel Silverstein mashed up with the Legend of Zelda. And so it's got that cover art that you see on Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Yeah.
It's like the sidewalk literally ending and two people looking over it, but it's Link and Zelda, and it says Where the Side Quest Ends.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Houston, for joining us and all the
Yeah.
questions that we had for you and
Yep, so
answering
last
them.
Saturday is
Yes, please say.
the last Saturday of every month, doors at 7, show at 7:30. It's at the American Legion, just off MLK.
Okay, just off MLK, American Legion. And then after that last Saturday, you can go home quickly and watch Later with Jason Suel at 9:30 on Fox. Houston, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yep. Great. Stick around, folks. We got more coming up right here on Later.
Oh, I can't believe there aren't any grapes on the craft services table.
I can't believe you're complaining about what is on the table.
It's like they didn't even read my rider.
What? No seltzer water? How am I supposed to work in these conditions?
You all make me sick.
No Nutter Buddies?
You have got to be kidding me.
Well, look here, good fellow. We working monsters have needs. We don't want to deflate our standards.
Is that a ball joke? Did you just crack a ball joke? I'll eat later.
Our musical guests, sponsored by Walton Arts Center and Walmart Amp, proudly presenting world-class arts and entertainment for Northwest Arkansas and beyond.
Maybe I'm evil. Maybe you're cruel. If you can be somebody's friend, you can be somebody's fool. Maybe I'm guilty, then guilty I'll be. Don't punish me. Mama, don't love me, 'cause I'm like my dad. The greatest man I ever knew, the greatest compliment I ever had. And Jesus, don't hear me when I'm on my knees. They had him on his short leash. God built the church, but the devil bought the steeple. He who holds the book owns an awful lot of people. Raise out your arms, pledge allegiance to some charms, and sing along, sing along, sing along. God built the church, but the devil bought his people. He who holds the coin owns the mob below the steeple. Call me the devil. I'm dressed up and scared. If it was God who made a sinning man, then it was God who put me in the place I'm in. But I'll be your evil if that's what you need. 'Cause who don't love to bleed?
Gonna get some sushi. Down in Meiji. With Darwin Meyer.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, joining us at the chef's table, Darwin Bayer, Meiji, Japanese cuisine. So talk us through what we're gonna see here.
So basically today I just want to do some hand rolls, something very simple you can do at home.
Why are they called hand rolls?
Because you roll them in your hand.
Roll them in your hand.
And they're, yeah.
Super simple.
More,
All right.
more or less. So you got seaweed, and basically at home, this is what my mom would eat. You know, this is something we bring a bunch of fish, crab, whatever we want to do. You stick it in. It's kind of like our meat and cheese plate.
Right, okay.
And you just kind of roll them together.
Got it.
Just
See, every time I try to make sushi
I know,
things
it's a
at
mess
home, it just
every time.
falls apart
Yes.
and it doesn't look pretty, and I feel embarrassed. And I spent like $1,000 on like vinegar and.
The trick is put a little bit of rice on your left side and a little bit of glue, a little rice, smash some glue down at the bottom, and then basically you just put whatever you feel like putting into it and just kind of give it a little angle.
Some little sticks.
Yeah, some little crab sticks. And Bo, is this one for you?
Okay, let's do it.
I'll try.
They're all for
They're
Will,
all
really.
for me.
He has a whole meal by the time we
Won't put any
By the
plastic
time this
fish in
segment's
this one.
over, I will have eaten a little bit of everything.
So we'll start off a little bit simple. So you just come off, put it right there in the middle, and you basically just
rolling.
Hold the fingers against it, make some creases, and glue it off.
Nice.
So pretty on.
Look at that.
He's not gonna wait for anyone. He's just gonna go right into
I know.
it.
I feel like it's something you could get at a food truck. It's like a little cone and everything, right?
And
That's awesome. So while you're slicing that tuna, right?
it.
It is tuna.
yes, yes, big eye tuna.
Perfect. I'm going to talk for a moment about the Sensory Iconoclast project because Darwin and I are actually paired together. This is our pairing for Sensory Iconoclast, and we did this 5 years ago.
We did.
And at that time, I was really into my puppetry, so I did kind of a puppet performance piece. You created a dish. This year we said, hey, we're going to bring you on the show, and you sort of asked me what ingredients I thought would be good for sushi, and I said, let's mix it up.
Ice cream.
Yeah,
ice cream and candy.
I said, let's try beef. So you said, let's do it.
Yeah.
So you have some beef there also, which I know we're gonna
did.
get
I have
into.
a little bit of bulgogi that I made at my house last night. So it's
love
and then I added a little bit of a Szechuan peppercorn, so it's got that little numminess that you get from some good Chinese food. So I just threw about everything that Asia in there.
Yeah.
But so yeah, with hand rolls, that's the kind of neat part. It's not really taboo that you use. You can use steak, chicken. You can use whatever you want. To.
Right.
It's for you. It's just some ice cream cone of
It
sushi.
is for me.
Right. It's all for you. It's all
I can
for
put
you.
whatever I want in there.
Yeah.
You got avocado in there, bulgogi.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's throw a little bit of avocado in there.
Yeah, do it. You don't have to go to a specific place to buy these things, right? There's not like a sushi, this is the sushi store.
No, yeah, this is the fun part. I think just about any Asian market, a lot of the grocery stores carry nori and everything, if that's what you like. They have soy paper too, which I would say that soy paper is a lot harder to roll, but if it's for you, it doesn't have to look pretty. So
Right,
you can do whatever
absolutely.
you feel like you want to do.
Just slam it into a roll and
Because I've noticed in the
devour.
past several years, like you can get a lot of this stuff at almost any.
Yeah, I mean, you can go buy any product you want to. You can put asparagus in there, you can put whatever you feel like. You
Right.
can
Sounds good.
Make all vegetarian rolls.
I love the fact that you've kind of demystified how difficult making sushi can be, making hand
I
rolls
don't know,
can be.
Jason. Let's see you make one.
All right, I'll
so
totally start. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start making a hand roll, and then we're gonna come back, and we're gonna have a chance to eat that hand roll just in a second.
I like how he's cutting the segment so no one gets to see this.
That's right.
Yeah. He's like, we're gonna
done.
go away.
Stick around, folks. We got more coming up right here on Later. Thanks for joining us on Later with Jason Suel, everyone. And remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. You can watch this season so far on YouTube. And feel free to send us an email at laterwithjasonsuel.com. We'd love to read your email on air in our mailbag segment. Hey, before we leave this episode, we want to make sure we thank all of our guests, starting
Gotta
with
thank 'em.
Houston Hughes
Randall Shreve.
and Darwin Byer. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's eat some hand rolls.
Me these rolls.